In this episode, we welcome back intergalactically famous morning zoo crew DJ Splat Foregone. He brought his visionary boss, JohnQuavius Dinglebottom, along.
JohnQuavius is cooking up some bold new ideas in his large, pulsating cranium to update Splat's show, and specifically his fart machine for a younger generation.
So roll your towel up into a pillow, lean back, and
prepare to learn what it means to keep calm and fart on.
Shut up and sit down.
Welcome once again to the Hitchhikers and Appetizers podcast, coming to you from Millyways, the restaurant at the end of the universe. I am, of course, your expansive, ingratiating host, Horatio Zinn, here holding down most of Booth 42, and here with me is someone I would describe, if I were to use a different consonant than I meant, I would call him a cohort, as opposed to a co-host. And I like that those two consonants are right next to each other so they can visit each other.
the only thing I think you need to mention
Yes.
is the gorgeousness, the looks, the chiseledness.
Oh, chiseled, yes. Gorgeous. Gorgeous is more of a quality assessment, whereas chiseled is, well, that's reality.
I think that assessment is held by many people because I have made sure that I have always selected the most popular augmentations possible when I've had my work done on
Yes.
camera. But you know what?
You were the showroom model.
Yeah, exactly. I was basically the showroom, the floor model, if you will, for when people are coming in and wanting to see the reality that they would soon be facing. Literally facing, because they were getting their face done.
Yes. They've got the face, so you're looking at the face. Is that a mirror? Mm-hmm. Yes, it's a mirror of what you will one day be, after you pay lots of money for this surgery on your face.
Exactly. Horatio, I noticed you were rolling your R's earlier. Is that something you can just do with your tongue, or you just have a mouthful of food? What's going on there?
It's a little bit of both. It was, I wanted to be able to chew and speak at the same time.
Because nothing came out of your mouth, and because I know your mouth really likes to hold on to the food.
Yes.
It doesn't really come out of there very often, but I thought I saw something other than your tongue rolling. But what are you working on today, food-wise?
This is what they call a tetrazod nacho.
Tetrazod nachos.
You notice it has several sides to it. Mm-hmm. The chips are not flat.
No, not at all.
They're almost more pyramid-shaped chips.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the only problem with that is that the cheese will
I still noticed when you bit it, the cheese came out of the pyramid. Was that like a curse?
Yes.
A curse of the pyramid? You opened it and the cheese burned your top of your mouth?
Oh, no, it's a curse if you don't like cheese.
Oh. Or if you're lactose intolerant.
Yes. Oh, if you're lactose intolerant, then it's a wonderful way to do away with yourself.
Well, I noticed it made a little noise there, a little noise when you bit into it, when the cheese spurted out.
Yes.
Which, of course, is appropriate for our guest today, and he's with someone else. He's been with us before.
Yes.
I'd like to welcome back to the booth
Yes.
the king fart maker of the universe and #1 morning show, Splat Foregone, is back with us.
Hey, how's it going there?
Oh no, we should use some canned applause. That would be appropriate. Canned applause for him, not real applause.
I'll put that in the edit. I can put that in the edit, but
Okay, good. Fart sounds all around for everyone.
Fart sounds all around. It's a pleasure to be back with you guys.
it's good to see you. I know the show is still going strong. Not
ours. No, not ours.
Your show, because after the last time you told us 20 years and you've been ranking, we check, and still strongest morning show in the universe.
Yes.
Strongest, yeah. I like to say that every day, as often as possible.
That's part of your slogan, I understand.
Yep.
You have one of the longest slogans for a morning show DJ. It's such a #1. It's interesting how you work that in.
Splat Foregone in the morning zoo crew to make you blue. #1, going strong, 20 years, here we are, say it again, #1, 20 years, going strong, good morning, everyone. That's how I open every show.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That is different. Has there been changes going on at the show that you've gone with this longer title?
There have been some changes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I should probably introduce my colleague,
Yes.
Who's with me here in the booth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, welcome.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I am JohnQuavius Dinglebottom, and I am the new station director.
Oh.
And I am looking to modernize the station and make the fart machines even better than they are.
Whoa.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. What a go-getter. What a go-getter right there.
He's the youngest ever graduate of Media Matters University.
Emu.
Yep.
Oh, that's amazing.
Emu's known.
Boo. Boo.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I hurt my throat doing that.
Well, it's understandable. He's definitely full of thoughts. He's got a lot of thoughts.
I noticed that his head is a little bit oversized. The cranium, the top part of the head is a bit oversized.
Yeah.
So it contained many thoughts in there. It's wonderful.
JohnQuavius, what is the first thing you said to Splat when you brought him into your office?
Oh.
I said, Splat, your show is incredible, but it's not as good as it can be. I want to make your fart machine better. I want to modernize it because kids don't like old farts. They like new farts. They want modernized farts. And so...
That's good. You have to stay with the times. Stay with the times when it comes to flatulence.
And to be honest, I'm open to everything that he has to say. Obviously, he's my boss. I do think there's something to be said for good old-fashioned farts.
Not to get too much into the farts, but I was wondering, what really distinguishes an old fart from a new fart?
You see, new farts are longer. New farts are longer and more powerful. Old farts are short and silent. It's like a dying rat.
A dying rat. Oh, ooh, no one wants to listen to that.
To be honest, and I'm trying to come around on this. I think long farts can be a little self-indulgent at times. I feel like sometimes the younger, newer farts have a certain sense of entitlement that the older farts, don't necessarily have, just based on the years of experience that those, farts have been in existence and being used.
Are you saying my ideas aren't good?
I'm not saying that at all, boss.
Yes, you want to make sure you respect your boss there, Splat. I never have, but I think that others probably should.
Yes, definitely. The hierarchy is an important part of the radio station, and sometimes you may not see the full vision of what your boss has in mind. You gotta think long term, like long fart.
Sometimes it just squeaks out. So I didn't mean to get philosophical there.
JohnQuavius, were you a fan of Splat's show before you got there? Had you ever even heard of him?
Yes, I was a very large fan of Splat. My favorite of them all was Marty the Mute. He didn't talk, but his ideas were so creative.
Really?
Marty the Mute, classic.
He's reminded me several times that he was a big fan of my show, but his favorite part of my show was Marty the Mute, my co-host. So, yeah.
I'm just going to be full blame. Did that sting, Splat, when you found out?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a cold-heartedness to that level of truth, to be honest. And ever since he's taken over, ever since JohnQuavius has taken over, I've run a lot more at night. I'll tell you that. I've run a lot.
Oh, the fear calories building up.
Oh.
But I did notice, when you first mentioned, talking about it, JohnQuavius did lead with a compliment, followed by the gut punch of improving the fart. So
yes,
I
very
admire
professional. Very professional.
putting a little sugar with the pepper in there.
Yeah, I get a little bit of sugar and a whole lot of pepper every day.
I would like to, throw a little something in here for you, JohnQuavius, because we talked about this last time Splat was here. Any thoughts on swag for the show?
Perfect question.
Swag is very swaggy. I will say that.
Oh, very smart. Very wise.
Although I do think it is very biased.
Swag is biased?
Yes.
Oh, was Splat's previous swag biased?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
Was it biased toward his show, toward his own show, or biased toward another program, or?
Another pro.
Oh.
He would promote his show, which is fine, which is everybody does that.
True.
But he likes to be kinder to the more swaggy people.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Here's the thing. You catch more flies with honey, right?
Because it's sticky.
Yes.
Yes. No.
Exactly. They can't get out. The fly comes by and is like, oh, that looks good, and sits down in it, and then I'm stuck.
Yeah.
Right. So
It's like a bad marriage.
Lovely to watch.
23 pots of honey.
Sticky.
yeah, 23 of them.
Yeah. He has 23 sticking points on that.
And by the way, that divorce prank, I think, is still one of the greatest. I tell that story. I've told it on the air twice.
Oh, really?
Oh, wonderful. How wonderful. How wonderful.
What are the residuals like on stories used on...
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, the residual payments for references are exceedingly low.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah. You would actually have to come on. Maybe we could do that. We'll get you guys on. Would that be okay, JohnQuavius, to have them on an episode?
Yes, I think that would be amazing.
Oh, excellent.
I love the decision making. Look at this decision.
He did not... There was no hesitation. I saw the veins on that big brain...
Yes.
Pulse. There was like 2 or 3 pulses, and then boom, the decision was made.
Yes, they pulsate. Wonderful.
Yeah, I will say, if I'm sounding a little emotional right now, this is the first time in 3 weeks where I've gotten approval on having a guest on. So this is great. I appreciate it, boss.
I didn't want to bring this. I noticed there is a definite change in you, a little difference in you, and your confidence level. Seems you're feeling a bit. Your posture is a bit less postury, whatever the technical term for that is. And I noticed. I was listening to your program the other morning, and I noticed during a prank call, you apologized.
I'll be honest. That was a recent call to a family on the volcano planet.
Yes.
JohnQuavius pointed out very loudly in my earpiece that what I was doing was potentially traumatic to that family, and to make sure that I set things right before the call had ended.
It wasn't as hilarious as it could have been. I just want to say, not to be too critical.
JohnQuavius, what other thoughts do you have on the show? Do you see it maybe moving to an afternoon time slot, overnight? What other? I feel the energy coming off you, so I know there's a lot of ideas.
Yes, I would love an afternoon and even a morning.
You mean like mid-morning?
Mid-morning, yeah.
Continuing, no break. Would you want him to do morning show, mid-morning, on through until he just falls down exhausted?
I would love to tucker him out for all the things that he's done. One time he put slime. He put just a bunch of green dye in my hat. And when I put it on, I was furious.
It was...
Was that for the show?
I would be.
Was that for the show, or just personal pranking?
That was apparently for the show, and I threatened to fire him.
Is that why they ran a rerun of your program?
Yes.
The mornings?
That is why, but I stand by my apology, and I should not have pranked him for the show in a way that was not recorded.
Very, very good, very practical. Now, I noticed you said you wanted to tucker him out. I understand, a tuckering.
Tucker out. I feel like this is a very familial relationship you have with him, like father to son. JohnQuavius, is that how you're picturing it?
Yes, it's like I am his father figure. I am very strict, but that strict is love, but can also turn to hatred.
Yes.
Oh, that's the best kind. Love that can turn to... Because if it's just love, Well, then you know you're safe no matter what you do. But if it could turn to hatred, then you better watch your Belgium at that point.
Oh yeah, definitely watch your Belgium, and it's even better when that turn is unexpected.
Oh, very effective.
Yeah, it's I will say it's interesting to have a father figure who is many years your junior.
Yes.
You know, it's required me to acquire new skills and levels of patience.
Patience. Yes, patience isn't really something that is bred in DJs. Patience, tact, things like that.
Yeah, in fact, you know, we don't
Appearance.
Yeah, they don't offer any of those courses
No.
at university. Community school.
At the Media School of Broadcast Arts didn't.
Not even as an elective.
Yeah.
You can't have an elective in humanity, being a human, or not human. That's a bit specious.
Ethics.
No, if they find you even with those books on campus, you'll get expelled. So.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's fairly strict, which is, you know, why there's that big rivalry between the media broadcast school of the arts and media management university.
Mamu. Well, I know that they have a very big frog ball rivalry between Mamu and Mesbah, and I believe Media School Broadcast Arts stole the mascot,
Yes. Huge prank.
which I believe is the talking cow.
Those are hard to keep quiet when you hide them in your dorm room or something. Yes.
True.
Yeah.
Is that part of what's going on here with, you know, the little school competition rivalry going on?
I think there's a little some friendly school rivalry. Right, boss?
I wouldn't say friendly.
Fair enough.
I love how direct he is.
He's cutting through it all. There's no red tape with this guy.
It's right there. No tact, nothing. It's wonderful.
All straightforward management.
Yes. But you don't have time for emotions or compassion when you're running a radio station, no.
No. Ratings or you're out the door. You know where you stand.
Yep. And luckily we're still number one in the ratings. So
Dinglebottom is taking them to the Dingle Top, is what I think.
Oh, nice. That was. You should make that. You should have your own bumper stickers, JohnQuavius.
yeah.
You should have yeah. Not just for his show. You should have your own slogan.
I see.
Have you ever thought about putting your imprint on the show by appearing on it and just what's the word I'm looking for? Steamrolling it or something. Have you ever got other just or do you want to be the power behind the throne?
Yes.
Good answer.
I would love to appear on his show, and I would like to introduce. I have kept this hidden.
Oh, scoop!
Scoop! Revelation.
Okay.
I want to create something that will be better. Sorry, side rant. I would like to create something better than the fart machine.
What?
What could be better than a fart machine?
Better than the fart machine. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
No, sorry, we had to pause here. Maybe it's because we're older. We've lived with the fart machine for generations.
Sorry, the firecracker shrimp just fell out of my mouth. Let me just put that back in. Oh my, wow.
I almost lost my appetite.
So was this something that was cooked up at Media Management University in their labs, the research center?
I created it on my own.
Oh.
I created it in my basement.
Oh, good place.
I kept myself in there for 42 days without food and water to make sure I finish the project.
Wow.
Good.
So I would like to introduce the new and improved fart machine as the fart/burp/sneeze machine.
No.
You can do the burp, you can do the fart, and you can do the sneeze.
Oh my.
And if you would like, you can go all out, all in with the fart and the burp and the sneeze at once.
Wow, that's
Oh, that would be.
every hole's noise all at once.
I'm trying to think of if there's any other gaseous or whatever sound you're not covering. I can't think of anything.
This is a revelation.
Wonderful. Oh, you're genius.
I mean, I guess wonderful is what word for it. it feels a little overindulgent, to be honest.
A bit much? You feel like a bit? Is it the so you've got the fart, the sneeze, and the burp? Would you be all right if you just had the fart and the burp, or the fart and the sneeze? Because sometimes you can't help it. When you sneeze, you fart. You just can't. I'm just putting that out there. The elephant in the room.
I get that. And I think there's a place for sneezes, and I think there's a place for burps. The idea of having to combine them with farts at all times in all ways, it feels like we're taking what was there before that was working perfectly good and has been having wonderful ratings for the past 20 plus years and trying to change them to fit some agenda just because you've been doing it for a while, and there's some new idea or some new sneeze comes along, and you're like, oh, this sneeze is cool. We should look at this sneeze in a different way. And I just don't understand why we have to continually push out old to bring in new. I don't get it.
Do you like your job?
Yes, boss, I like my job.
Do you want to keep your job?
Yes, boss, I would like to keep my job,
Then
please.
zip it.
Yes, sir.
That was beautiful. Very much like a father-son talk there. That was wonderful. I love that.
Now, in JohnQuavius' defense here, the people of Salad have only one hole, and they make all those noises come out of, all those come out of one.
Yes.
So I you know what? I'm just going to say it. It's JohnQuavius. I'm calling him JohnQuavisionary.
Oh,
This is visionary, in my opinion. This is
John
wow.
Quavisionary. I'm going to write that down. John Quavisionary.
I'm sorry, Splat. I mean, I know you've provided years of entertainment, but this is a step in a direction I can't even comprehend.
I can't either. It's too many orify, too many sounds.
It feels a little bit like we're moving, we're pushing maybe the boundaries of radio, I guess, into areas a little more orificious, as it were.
Sometimes people get those confused and they expect flatulence, and actually they get wisdom and forecasts of, and omens and things like that.
Yeah, although I would argue that you could get wisdom from flatulence if you're listening well enough. That's something that Marty the Mute has. That's one of his sort of life philosophies.
Bringing Marty the Mute back into it. I was wondering. I had heard rumors. Somewhere that Marty the Mute might be getting his own show. Is that true?
Yes. Yes, that is true. I have heard recent facts. It'll be another day that Marty the Mute is leaving Splat because he is a one-man band. That Splat...
Me?
No, Marty.
Oh.
Marty says that he feels like he's the only one creating these things and that he wants to let Splat create his own stuff and Marty be his own show and let him explain his own ideas.
Oh.
Wow.
Splat, did you see this coming?
Marty's time to move on and
Whew. Et tu, mute. I don't know where this came from, but if Marty, if you're out there and you're listening, and you and I will talk, or I will talk when we get back, and I want you to know that you're a very valued part of the team, and I value what you bring, and if there's more that you want to bring to the show, I think that would be wonderful, and I'm open to that conversation.
Now, JohnQuavius, do you picture Marty's break as him staying in the morning slot, and then Splat is taking that mid-morning time frame, and
controversial.
Who's going to be making more money?
It depends on who gets more viewership, obviously.
Oh yeah, by the way, we're now also live streaming our
video. You have the video aspect?
Over the sub-ether. This could explain the ratings dip.
That makes sense. I know that oftentimes seeing a radio personality you've heard for many years will often turn you against them. It's very jarring. That is not the face I expected to be speaking those dulcet tones. No.
It's jarring. It's jarring.
To be fair, we have gotten our share of
Hate mail?
criticism via email, yeah. So
Vehement hate mail.
yeah, that's one way to phrase it. I like to call it, constructive suggestions for how I should look.
Now, I want to say, and once again, I love how you dress because it's slovenly and expressive.
Also,
with your
swag.
special your
Yes, full
yeah
swag.
all the swag shirts. Yes, I love that you're always advertising yourself, even when you don't need to.
Now, isn't that a little bit self-indulgent? You were mentioning self-indulgence with JohnQuavius's new fart burp cough machine as overindulgent. Isn't it a little overindulgent to be covered in your own swag?
Of course, I think I would agree that it is. I just think there's a difference between overindulgence as personal statement versus overindulgence as artistic endeavor.
Ah, very good. So in your personal life, it's fine to be loud and blah, 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 but if you did that on your show, it'd be crass.
Yeah, I would think.
What do you think about that, JohnQuavius? You look a little. I'm seeing the pulse.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Seeing
Very
the
much
pulse.
glowing. It's almost warm.
I think this my head posting for now is a false alarm. For once, I do agree with Splat.
Oh,
Thank you, boss.
what a moment.
Lucky you. Wow.
Whenever he needs a day off, I'll give him the day off. If he needs to work off his fear calories.
If you fired him, he'd have all the days off he wants.
That's true.
Well, let's not. We're not spitballing here, Trellis.
You're being too helpful, Trellis.
I'm feeding off of JohnQuavius's.
Yes.
It's like his brainwaves are hitting me.
You can't help it. I feel
It's a churning of ideas, and it's like he's drawing them out of me.
I have so many. It's interesting. The more I'm around JohnQuavius, the more thoughts I have. As Trellis is saying, I also have so many bumper sticker ideas running through my head right now, and slogans and things, and they're all. I can't make sense of them. They're like interwoven and intertwined, almost like they're singing in rounds in my head. Oh, the brilliance in my head. Oh my God.
Yes, I actually have much more creations that will be coming. Unfortunately, I cannot say them right now.
Oh.
But I have much more ideas, again, creations and inventions that I think will make Splat Foregone in the morning even better than it is. That's my slogan.
So your slogan for the what? That's the thing. What would a good slogan for the new improved Splat Foregone be? Splat Foregone, not as lame as you want. What would you say? Especially you're trying to get some new viewers, more younger viewers in the show. What slogan would you give him?
I'd just like to throw one out. What about longer, louder, fartier?
Yes, that's genius. Why didn't I think of that?
Because I think you sent it to my brain. I think you sent it. Is this one of those things where you're giving me the ideas so that it doesn't look like you're doing it?
I think we have like telepathy now.
Yeah.
This is strange.
You're making me deliver the news, aren't you? You're making me deliver the news to Splat, so you're the good guy and I look like the bad guy. And I'm really feeling the urge to fart and burp right now. God! Whoa!
Wow,
Whoa!
that was impressive.
Oh my!
What just happened?
What was that?
I didn't think that was possible.
I retract what I said before. I thought it was overindulgent to have all three at once, but having witnessed it firsthand,
Yes.
I am a convert. I'm an absolute convert. Wow.
Also, did you ever think you would get that many different kind of liquid sprays on you at one time?
No, I am covered in sauces right now.
I feel I am drenched. I am drenched in whatever came out of Trellis.
Yeah, was this cheese?
I think this is honey mustard.
I did all three at once.
Impressive.
I mean,
That's impressive.
Impressive.
That's incredible.
That was wonderful. I wish we'd videoed that. That would make a wonderful promo.
I think JohnQuavius gets the entry today. So I'm typing in
Yes.
JohnQuavius
Oh, definitely,
Dinglebottom.
yes.
I just think we should go with visionary.
I think you're right because I don't know what else. JohnQuavisionary. We will send you along with some of our swag so that
Yes.
perhaps you might
I'm going to hit
put it
enter.
up in
I'm
the
going to hit
background on your show.
I want to hit enter on
see
this
it.
before the connection's broken because this is
Very good, yes,
This is
good.
gold. All right. What do we have for swag for them? Because since we knew it was once we saw you, Horatio and I knew we had to give you guys some swag. So
This is a half of the Purity, my old band Purity. We have half of an album, a bootleg album.
Oh my! Thank you.
owning the entire album is actually illegal because no one person should be subjected to that much horrible music in one listening.
Oh, I'm very familiar. Yeah, it's we've got.
You know that I know
We got one.
you played that one time to scare some listeners, I believe.
Yes.
That was a
Played
great
some
prank.
Purity.
Oh, it was
Terrifying.
that was actually the one prank that we were the most scared about in terms of legal exposure.
Yes. Well, there was lots of sharding there.
JohnQuavius, did they teach anything about that? Did they teach anything about purity at Mamu?
No.
Oh, you're lucky.
The worst band in history?
I
You've never
think-
heard about Purity?
I've heard of it. I've never heard it. I think they thought it was too disgraceful.
Now, that is autographed, by the way.
Oh wow! Oh, look at that!
I autographed it.
Horatio autographed that.
And you notice I forged the names of the other band members on there too.
Yeah, that autograph smells like barbecue.
Yes.
Yes.
So that actually, the value was 0 before, and with the autographs, I think it might even be less than 0.
Yeah, but the barbecue sauce notches it up a little bit.
We're gonna hang this in the studio, if that's okay.
Oh, thank you. Wonderful. What an honor.
And we'd love to have you guys on. Seriously, we'll have to.
Oh, we would love to be on.
Now, I will say, when we ended things last time, Splat, you took us out with your catchphrase.
Yes.
Did you have any updates for what his catchphrase is? Or what's going to be the ending, or perhaps Marty the Mutes?
I'm gonna say Splat's catchphrase should be "keep calm and fart on."
Wonderful. Oh.
Yeah, he's asking me to do kind of this weird voice now that I have to do when I do the sign off as well. Because
Oh, I want to hear it.
yeah. So the old slogan, of course, the old sign off was crap happens, but you're responsible for the wipe.
Classic.
The new one, which I apologize for how weird this sounds. This is Splat Foregone in the morning. Keep calm and fart on. So that's
That is,
It's calming.
yes, it is very soothing.
Very calming.
It's keeping the
It's very
calming.
soothing.
I'm not sure it's going to make me fart on though.
yeah. Well, yeah.
No. It almost makes me want to sit on that fart.
I think it's going to grow on me.
Yes, we'll give it a shot.
Well, thank you so much, Splat and JohnQuavius, for stopping by the booth. It was great having you and getting all these updates on the show. We will continue to listen,
Always. Big fans.
and I'm really curious to see what's going to happen with the whole lineup. Is Marty the Mute going to, break off and do his own thing? I'm looking forward to that.
Thanks so much for having us.
Thank you for joining us for Hitchhikers and Appetizers. And of course, special thanks goes to our guests, JohnQuavius Dinglebottom and Splat Foregone. I have been Horatio Zinn.
And I continue to be Trellis Gardeen. Until next time, keep your towels clean, and if you have to slice open a tauntaun for warmth, remember, they're supposed to be sticky and smell worse on the inside. So don't panic.
Everything you heard in this episode was improvised, but not everything improvised was heard. This episode of Hitchhikers and Appetizers featured the voice talents of Mike Gorgone as Trellis Gardeen, Bran Peacock as Horatio Zinn, with Sean Monahan as Splat Foregone, and O'Neill Monahan as JohnQuavius Dinglebottom. Finally, Hitchhikers and Appetizers is part of the Improv in Action Network. Check out other great improvised podcasts and projects at improvinaction.com. If you'd like to reach out to Trellis or Horatio, You can send electronic messages to them at our Galaxy address, hitchappspodcast@gmail.com. Or you can find them on Twitter with the handle hitchapps.
And before you go, we here at Hitchhikers and Appetizers would like to announce that we're now a featured podcast on Newsly. Newsly is an all-in-one audio super app for iOS and Android. It picks up the most trending articles on the web on topics you choose at any given moment and reads them to you in a natural human voice. For the first time ever, the entire web becomes listenable, all in one place. Browse articles from topics you choose and start playing. Stop scrolling, start listening. You can follow any topic as specific as you like, from sports, tech, business, science, Bitcoin, or even the Kardashians. We here at Hitchhikers and Appetizers won't judge you, to your face at least. Newsly will find you the latest articles and read them to you aloud. And they have podcasts as well. Explore trending podcasts from over 80 countries. As mentioned earlier, our podcast is there too. I started using it as my default podcast app. They even have digital radio. Download and use Newsly for free now from www.newsly.me or from the link in this episode's description, and use the promo code ZERS, Z-E-R-S, to receive a 1-month free premium subscription. 1 month is better than no months, I always say, and I'm Trellis Gardeen.
Shut up and sit down.